I'm going to introduce OSU. They're going to present this for us. And if you guys have any questions at the end, please feel free to ask, because this would be the time. You have the experts, in my opinion, on the Teams, not Zoom, Teams link. So let's turn it over to them and get this started.
Okay, thank you, Holly. First, I want to thank Holly for helping coordinate this session. We always appreciate the opportunity to get the information in your hands so that you all can make the best informed decisions as you elect your benefits. So we'll go ahead and jump right in, and we will talk a little bit about how we got to where we are today and what we're envisioning for the future. Ugh. Sorry, I'm not fast forwarding. There we go. Okay, so sorry about that. Technology is great when it works well, and then it's frustrating when it doesn't do exactly what you attempted to do 16 times before you started your call, right? Regardless, in looking at our health plan renewal for 2023, it was initially projected by our consultants, if you will, locked in where we would end up at the end of this year and where our plan would be projected into 2023. And it was indicated we would see potentially a 21% increase in total premium with an additional 10% increment for NEO. And I will say that it is not unique to NEO. There were other campuses within our system that saw that increase as well. And it was projected that we would see approximately a $74.5 million plan cost and additional cost from 2022 into 2023 of 13 million. And where these numbers came from essentially is what is the experience of our plan over the year? Where do the consultants and those that are examining the plans predict that will be at the end of the year in terms of trending? And also, what is the national trend and how would that potentially impact our projections into 2023? In terms of where we're ending up, it was a very unique year in that our campuses have different total premiums. And I want to say that and share that with you because I'm very pleased at how your campus and your administrators work to do their due diligence to minimize increase to the employee. They realize how important it is to keep those costs as containable as possible. So in terms of NEO, we landed on a 10.55% increase. And seeing that number, I know at initial viewing that seems concerning, but I want to very happily say that there will be no increase in terms of medical for the employee on their premiums. So I want to thank Dr. Stafford. I want to thank Micah Mundell. They worked really hard to mitigate any costs to the employees on your campus. And that's not the case on all of our campuses. So I really am thankful that they were able to do that. I know Holly was a part of those conversations as well. So we're thankful for, what she contributed. In terms of, again, differences not only in premiums, but also in our premium credits. Unfortunately, not all institutions were able to move forward with the premium credits we currently have in place, being that biometric, that catapult premium credit, as well as the tobacco-free affidavit credit. But again, I am very pleased to announce that your campus will be moving forward with those credits in 2023, and that credit amount will remain the same. So for both of the credits, it's $20 per month for each of the premium credits. So again, I'm very pleased. I know the numbers initially look scary, and the reality is healthcare is increasing, cost to our plan is increasing, but your administration truly did a fantastic job of mitigating that cost to the employees. So what does that look like for you all? In terms of health plan design, we're looking at the Blue Options plan, that PPO plan. There will be no change in plan design. So the in-network deductibles as well as the in-network out-of-pocket maximums, there will be no change in health plan design. In terms of the high deductible health plan, that Blue Edge plan, there is an increase in the deductible for the individual. It was $2,800 in 2023. Excuse me, 2022. In 2023, it is increasing by $200. We had to make that change based on the type of plan we have and for it to be in compliance with the IRS. But there are no changes in the out-of-pocket maximum, as well as the HSA employer contribution. And we'll talk a little bit more about that contribution for the HSAs in a future slide. So that's the only plan design change, is that deductible for the individual to $3,000. In terms of premiums, again, I'm very excited to inform you that there's no cost to the employee premium. So in looking at the employee premiums, the employee only will remain at $50. Employee plus children will remain at $470.32. Employee plus spouse will remain at $627.96, and the family premium will remain at $1,205.90. And that is reference to that blue option plan, which is the PPO plan. In terms of that high deductible health plan, the Blue Edge plan, the employee only premiums will remain at $50. Employee plus children, $451.24. Employee plus spouse, $588.32, and family plan at $1,090.94. So again, those will be the employee paid premiums for 2023. In terms of looking at Blue Cross Blue Shield health management systems and programs that are in place for 2023, wanted to briefly mention those. One is Ovia Health. Ovia Health is a women's and family health pregnancy support program where any member on the plan, so it can be the employee or it can be the dependent, can enroll in this program. And upon completion of the program, will receive a $250 deductible credit. So I want to make sure and share that information. It's always a positive to get a deductible credit, as you well know. In terms of Livongo, we offered that in 2022 as well, and we will continue that into 2023. And it will be the hypertension or high blood pressure program, as well as the diabetes maintenance program. We will also continue to offer the Benefits Value Advisor. For those of you that may not be as familiar with the Benefit Value Advisor, it is a program through Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's basically designed to help us maximize our benefit plans and to be better consumers of our healthcare services. It provides real-time access to cost and treatment services. It provides assistance for appointment scheduling. In addition, it helps employees and participants review claims and EOBs. One point I like to ensure that all participants are aware of is with the Benefits Value Advisor, if an employee is prescribed a non-emergent MRI or CT scan, we encourage them to contact the Benefits Value Advisor, or what we'll here refer to as a BVA. In that doing so, it will allow a $100 fee that is associated with non-emergent procedures, those MRIs and CAT scans, to be waived. So I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of that. In terms of saying that, it does not indicate that the employee or participant has to utilize the referrals that are as part of the treatment estimates, but it's about contacting the Benefit Value Advisor. And there are a number of employees that have communicated to me they were actually have the opportunity to seek the same amount of treatment or same kind of treatment at a lower cost for them. So again, we're trying to look for opportunities to put money back in people's pockets. We will also continue to offer Wonder Health. That is a comprehensive weight management and weight loss program. It's not focused on diets or restrictive eating, but how to eat in response to hunger. And it's actually evolved from when some of you had experience with Wonder Health 2-3 years ago to be a more holistic health program as opposed to just weight management or weight loss. It incorporates mental health now, talking about stress management and other aspects of our life that can impact our choices in our food consumption. We'll also continue to offer Hinge Health. And Hinge Health is that chronic pain management program, new in 2023. Hinge Health has been for chronic pain management, but now it includes eligibility for those acute pain management circumstances. And it is basically designed for acute or chronic pain as it relates to the neck, shoulders, back, hips, and knees. So again, that's a little bit of a change. It was typically eligibility related to chronic pain. Now it's to chronic and acute pain. And we have received quite a bit of feedback over all of our campus of the success of Hinge Health in helping employees and participants better manage their pain. I also wanted to briefly mention Medify. Medify is a relatively new benefit offering in terms of a benefit navigation system. It's basically designed to centralize and integrate our benefits experience. I do frequently get the question, what's the difference between Medify versus the Benefits Value Advisor? The Benefits Value Advisor only houses our medical information, our medical plans as it relates to Blue Cross Blue Shield. Medify works to centralize medical, dental, and vision. So that's one of the primary differences. Also, a difference I want to make sure that is clearly clarified when I spoke to reaching out to the BVA for the fee associated with MRIs and CT scans. Reaching out to Medify does not waive that fee. So we want to direct employees and would like to direct you if the situation rises to make sure that you do contact that BVI. A benefit of Medify is also Care Guides in that they have a 24/7 resource to help participants navigate the healthcare system, which we know at times can be very daunting. So it's nice to have those areas of expertise to assist us as we navigate the process. So I wanted to mention just a little bit about Medify and clarify what the difference is between Medify and the Benefits Value Advisor. And looking at our dental insurance and our dental plans, I'll just highlight a couple of things in terms of the plan itself. There are no plan design changes. Some of the primary difference in, of course, the annual maximum per calendar year increases depending on the plan the participant is enrolled in, but also a primary difference is the orthodontia coverage in that the low option does not cover orthodontia. The high option does. $2,000 per child, and the age limit for the child is 26 years of age. In addition, the platinum option offers orthodontia coverage throughout the lifespan, so there is no age restriction. In addition, the platinum option offers nitric oxide, additional cleanings, as well as teeth whitening, and that is unique to that plan itself. In 2023, we will see an increase in premiums for dental coverage. We saw anywhere from a 17% to a 20% increase. In saying that, the premiums that you see listed on the slide in front of you do not reflect what your campus, your administrators are covering in terms of cost, and that it does not reflect the employee low plan contribution made by the employer. To be honest, Holly and I talked about this. It's been presented in this manner for years, so I hated to change it and pull that amount out because I know many of you are used to seeing them presented in this manner, but know that it's not reflective of, again, that employer contribution for those premiums, which is amazing. You're the only campus that does that, and the opportunity to be able to support you, I think, is wonderful. So that is exciting news. In terms of our vision insurance, there are no changes to the plan itself. Certainly you can see different allowances on the screen in front of you, but something I would like to highlight so that all participants are aware is on that bottom right hand side of the screen where it talks about the choose one plan upgrade, I want to make sure that everybody understands that it's an or, not an and, that the plan upgrade with the buy-up plan is the additional $70 frame allowance, the additional $50 contact lens allowance, the premium progressives, or the anti-glare coating. I always have concern that when participants are electing the buy-up plan, that they look at that as a and. I can have all of these upgrades, but it is an or. So if you have additional questions about that, you can certainly reach out to Holly, or you can reach out to one of the members of our team, and we're more than happy to help walk you through what that plan design looks like. In terms of premiums, great news, there is no change in vision premiums from 2022 into 2023. So the premiums that you see on the slide in front of you are the same. So we have that basic employee at $5.98, the employee plus spouse at $11.98, employee plus children at $12.82, and family coverage at $20.48. That buy-up plan still reasonable. Employee at $10.76, employee plus spouse at $21.42, employee plus children at $22.92, and the family plan at $36.62. Again, we're not seeing any increases in vision premiums for 2022. Additional information we felt it was important to share is information regarding your flexible spending accounts as well as the health savings accounts. For your flexible spending accounts, the IRS has not released contribution changes for 2023. The unfortunate reality is we could receive that information. Those contributions could be released even during open enrollment. Should we receive additional information, we know that the contribution limits have changed, we will certainly reach out to you so that you're aware and can make the most informed decision as possible. In terms of the health FSA, contribution limits have not changed. The one change you see is in that $570 carryover. That's an increase from last year. It was $550. This year it's $570. So you have a little bit of a higher increase. And then consistent, and it changed from COVID, where the dependent care FSA, the age was of 14. The age in terms of eligible expenses is of 13. One point to consider in terms of the dependent care FSA, it's only eligible for expenses for dependents under 13. So we want to make sure that everyone is aware when they elect their decisions, if they don't have a dependent that's under that age, and it's basically daycare expenses. It's not everyday type care expenses for that dependent. So again, want to make sure that you're making the most informed decision that you can. In terms of the health savings account, the contribution limits did change. The employee only increased by $200. So the maximum for 2023 is $3,100, with the total maximum being $3,850. The contribution from the institution will remain the same at $750. For the employee plus dependent, the total increased by $450. So that increased the employee maximum contributions to $6,500, and the employee contribution will remain at $1,250. And I also want to just remind that an individual can't have an HSA and an health FSA in the same household during the same calendar year. So that's a point of consideration if you're changing from an HSA to an FSA, possibly not at annual enrollment, but maybe through a QLE or other event during the year. In terms of the age 55 and older contribution, that has not changed. That's been consistent for a number of years at additional $1,000 to the overall limit. In terms of life insurance, there is no change to life insurance in that for basic life and accidental death and dismemberment, The maximum coverage will be 2 times the annual salary, up to $200,000. This is a rich benefit, and I'm excited that your institution has the opportunity to have the number at $200,000. So thank you for being able to do that. And then supplemental life insurance, I realize there's a lot of words under there. Basically, there's no change. This is consistent to what we saw last year, and the employees can enroll or increase by $40,000 if not at their guaranteed issue limit, which is 2 times the annual salary, up to $3,000, unless they have had a previous evidence of insurability denial. And then employees can enroll an increase by $10,000 increment for spousal life. Again, if not at the guaranteed issue limit, which is 1 times the employee annual salary, not to exceed $130,000, unless there was a prior EOI denial. So this is consistent with what we saw in 2022. It'll carry forward into 2023. In terms of retiree group health. Retiree group health is scheduled for October 15th through November 11th, and any retirees on the health care plan will be receiving documentation. There is basically, to be simplistic about this slide, is Plan 3 and Plan 5. There is no increase or no changes unless there is an age-based increase. And then Plan 4, there is a 2% increase. For the basic pharmacy plan, there is a 10% increase. For the basic, for the enhanced plan, a 5% increase. In terms of under 65 health, it's the same premiums as active employees, and the vision plan and the dental plans are similar to active employees as well. So if you would like to review those rates, want to make sure that you're aware of those. And the golden ticket is, when is annual enrollment? Annual enrollment is scheduled for October 31st through November 11th. So that is the time that you'll want to go in and review your elections. As a reminder, elections will carry over except for your tobacco affidavit, your FSA, health FSA, your dependent care FSA, and your health savings account. So each of those need to be re-elected every year. We also encourage employees to review their dependents to ensure the dependents they have on their plan is who they intend to carry forward, whether it's adding a dependent or removing a dependent. We just want to make sure that you're enrolled in the benefits with the dependents that you had intended to do so. One other comment I might make is in regards to MASA, because we will continue to offer MASA, or the ambulance service program, is that you have to, upon election of that benefit, you have to add your dependent for them to be covered. And that looks a little bit different than the other benefits you will be enrolling in through the Benefit Focus portal. So I wanted to speak a little bit to that. So that being said, it's really an overview of the benefit plans as we prepare for open enrollment, and we're moving from 2022 into 2023. So I'm happy to take any questions that you have at this time and or address them either now or further in an email, whatever is most appropriate for you.
I noticed that you didn't mention anything about the ambulance plan, or I think they used to call it the meta plan that we used to have. Is that still an option?
Yes. Yeah, that's the MASA plan that I was just referring to. If I didn't say ambulance after I said MASA, Kendra, I apologize for doing that. Okay. Yes, we will continue to offer that plan, and there will be no premium changes associated with that plan. Thank you for asking that question, Kendra. Appreciate it.
On the dental plan, are we still offering the HOW program?
Yes, ma'am. The HOW program, which is basically an oral hygiene program, that will remain the same as it was in 2022. The only change we have to dental and vision as well is, well, no change to vision premiums, but is to the dental premiums themselves. Good question, Holly.
Got a question on the HSA. It requires that you're on the high deductible. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, so if an employee is currently in the high deductible, but they're going to switch to the regular deductible plan, that HSA does carry over in total, does it not?
Correct.
Okay.
Good question.
Any more
Can
questions?
a dependent carry vision coverage and not the medical coverage?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes, those are independent of each other. The same with the dental and vision. That's a good question, Cheryl.
No more questions? Well,
I
we
will
want to.
share this. Oh, I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Excuse me for
No, you're
that.
perfectly fine.
I will share this presentation with Holly. I'll also share the recording of the presentation. So if you hear others that were unable to attend that you believe might benefit from the information, certainly it will be available for them. Certainly also, if you have questions, you can email Holly. Holly and I interact on the regular. You can certainly email osu-benefits@okstate.edu as well. So again, we want to make sure that you have elected the benefits that you intend to, and if we can clarify anything, please let us know. We're happy to do so.
We want to thank you for joining the meeting with us, and I want to thank all of you guys for being on it as well. It's important for us, and as we go into enrollment season of AFA and foundation stuff too, I encourage everybody to watch out for my emails so that way we all stay up to date and get what we need to have done. Thank you again. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm hoping next year I can actually come to your campus. I'd love to do this in person. That would be a lot of fun.
I haven't had that happen since I've been here, so that would be cool.
No, I haven't had that opportunity. Darn COVID.
Well, thanks, guys. So I hope you all have a good afternoon.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.